As the world goes through unprecedented digital transformation, data has become the most important asset. Infrastructures have a mountain of work to do, securing data while making it easily accessible and simplifying all processes. With privileged access management from FUDO PAM, ain't no mountain high enough. The road to success is steep to climb, but FUDO PAM brings you up to the top as fast and secure as possible. Get ready to conquer. Interface independent within 1 day of implementation. Agentless. No video players required. FUDO PAM combines innovative technologies and grants a clear view over all activities within your organization. AI, anomaly detection, protocol-aware data collection, session collaboration, secure remote access. Receive the perfect all-in-one tool to distribute access rights, set rules, block harmful activities in real time, and oversee the whole landscape. Minimize the threats from malicious outsiders and prevent your insiders from triggering an avalanche of problems. Overcome any obstacle, no matter whether your organization members suddenly need to work remotely, involve third parties through session co-working, or simply monitor their activities. The unmatched session recording shows you any clouds gathering on the horizon and allows advanced methods to analyze your efficiency. Hit the ground running and focus on the many next mountains to climb. FUDO, the technological leader in the field of PAM. Deployable in 1 day.
Hello and welcome, dear participants of the LEC exhibition in Geneva in 2021. We are happy to announce our new partnership with BOLL Engineering and are looking forward to meet you in person in the near future. Today, we want to give you a first glance at our solution, FUDO PAM. My name is Christian Salomon Reicher, Country Manager at FUDO Security DACH, and I'm responsible for Germany, Austria and Switzerland. And together with my colleague Sascha Fabach from our headquarters in Warsaw, we are going to show you the main features of FUDO PAM. FUDO Security provides the technological leader in the field of privileged access management, and we will show you the unique technology and explain how to generate highest security standards while being GDPR and DSG compliant, and at the same time how to create additional value for your daily operational and strategical businesses. The presentation is split in 2 parts. First, I will present the main facts and features on the upcoming slides, and my colleague will show the graphical user interface in a small live demonstration afterwards. So let us begin with the main problem. What problems do you have with your privileged users? So when we are talking about privileged users, we focus on the misuse of privileged accounts who have access to crucial company resources and data. The important questions are: how do we manage and monitor these privileged accounts? And how do we react in case of a security incident? Are there any mechanisms to prevent misuse? And in case it occurs, how can we discover the critical events? Our PAM solution addresses those topics the easiest and most flexible way and helps to stop malicious activity or damage in case of a lack of competence. On average, it takes months or even years for a security specialist to discover any misuse in your network. With FUDO PAM, expenditures are reduced to a minimum and you become GDPR and DSG compliant when it comes to your obligation to provide evidence in case of a breach. To address those issues, we want to show you an easy and comfortable way: privileged access management by FUDO Security. Our appliance solution provides secure and efficient remote access and creates transparency in your infrastructure to validate your contractor's activity. Thanks to the unique technological development, you can build rules when privileged accounts enter your company or work on your systems together. Manage your passwords, get rid of direct access, and build a new security barrier. In case something happens, you can search for events in your database or use it as evidence. So now I want to give you a quick overview on the history of FUDO. Here are some facts. FUDO is a European solution which was created in the early 2000s and originated from a request from a European bank to monitor privileged access. In 2012, the company was founded and has since been running on the track of success. With hundreds of satisfied customers from all over the world and different industries, the founders are proud of having created a versatile solution which fits in any environment. You can see a few of our references on this slide. We are successfully working with companies from all different sectors, from transport over infrastructure, healthcare, energy and banking, to public as well as private businesses. FUDO really has no limitation. So how does FUDO fit in your company? FUDO's name originates from the Japanese mythology and means the strong man in the middle. This name suits the solution perfectly because it is placed similar to an access gateway in the middle between your company and your privileged users, who can be subcontractors, remote admins, or consultants. With FUDO, the security manager has the perfect tool to manage and monitor all accesses on any server or system and receives transparency on all processes. So, FUDO has 5 key features which are all included within one appliance solution. The session manager monitors and collects raw data through native protocols and creates records where you can see everything in real time or retrospectively in any browser on any device. The optical character recognition allows a full text search for any event, no matter whether it was just a mouse click, for example on a web page, a typed command, or just part of a search result on the screen. This intelligent recording and search functionality is key to our success. Remember, in case of a security incident, you must react immediately. There is no time for watching videos for a week where you cannot skip any parts. FUDO can hide inactive moments and show you in the event playback mode only those moments where the privileged user was active. That way, FUDO gives a security specialist the opportunity to use a process of elimination when he has an idea about how the problem or attack has taken place. On top, raw data requires 12 times less storage than a video, can be reviewed in any resolution on FUDO's responsive interface, and can be stored encrypted on the optional available FUDO hardware appliance. So one of the biggest trade-offs in IT departments is time versus documentation. A clean documentation takes time, which is usually lacking. With FUDO administrators can document everything without making any screenshots or useless videos. Just log in and FUDO records in the background. In case your colleague or apprentice wants to understand how an installation works, he or she can just simply check the recorded documentation from the past in the event playback mode and receives an overview on any process within minutes, even though the actual process may have taken hours. But now let's go away from the monitoring character of FUDO and talk about adding value to your daily business. FUDO's technology works with native protocols, so it allows you to go further than other PAM solutions. With FUDO, you can start to interact within the live protocol. You can join any privileged user who is working on any device. Get rid of unsecure remote desktop tools and start joining or sharing your sessions. Your consultants may call you and ask for support? No problem. With FUDO you can simply join them in their sessions, no matter whether you are sitting in the train and have only a tablet available or you are at home. Again, Let's go back to the example with the apprentice. Oftentimes, apprentices are sitting around waiting for action, and the responsible employee has no time to train them properly. With the help of our privileged access management, you can train them from anywhere. Just give him or her the rights for a certain system through FUDO and share the documented session which contains, for example, a typical installation process from the past. The apprentice will understand the hour-long installation thanks to the event playback mode within minutes and do it independently. In case he or she requires help, you, the responsible administrator, can simply join, stop or terminate the session from any device or get a clear overview within minutes thanks to the event playback. Furthermore, the administrator can build rules, for example, stop the session in case of a reset or stop the session in case of a reboot command. The machine learning functionality of FUDO will interfere whenever such a command is entered and prevent your infrastructure from a major security breach. As you learn quickly, FUDO is more than only a privileged access management solution. It really is a multi-instrumentalist which can also be used for intelligent and complete documentation or as a training tool. During uncertain times, use FUDO Users Access Gateway module to enable your administrators to work remotely without any VPN occupying. A large European bank, for example, has sent 2,000 employees into home office within 1 weekend thanks to FUDO PAM. Every employee could just simply log onto the FUDO surface from home without using any software or plugins. The only two requirements for a compliant remote access were a home device and an internet connection. Another great and important feature of FUDO is the secret manager, which allows you to eliminate any direct access to target systems. It is a complete password management solution which has two main aspects. First, you simply substitute the access data for critical systems. Instead of going directly to a certain system, all the privileged users log onto the FUDO user portal and receive the access which was predefined by the security manager. Secondly, the credentials are checked and changed automatically during and after every login. Of course, you can integrate your existing password vault or multi-factor authentication. FUDO is interface independent. You can also authorize eligible users. But let's go even further and think about a scenario where a privileged account shares his FUDO access credentials and second factor authenticator with a third party, for example a hacker or a spy. Conventional security tools are not able to solve this issue, but FUDO PAM is. FUDO's artificial intelligence module recognizes every individual behind any account. It uses the recorded raw data and creates biometric user profiles based on mouse movements and typing characteristics. It stops the current session after a maximum span of 60 seconds in case the real person behind the account does not match with the authorized individual. This patented technology is unique and key to fulfilling a universal privileged access management. FUDO's last feature is a minor component of a PAM product, but a result of our intelligent technological development and extremely important for IT controlling, and one of the many reasons why FUDO generates a fast return on invest, the efficiency analyzer. Within a company, there's no way to understand the productivity of third-party providers or consultants. FUDO Efficiency Analyzer can calculate the productivity of external parties based on the ratio of activity and login time. That way, it indicates whether a service provider works efficient or is logged in for hours and writes the invoice at the end of the day without even working on the system. As a result, you receive control-specific indicators for an effective IT performance measurement to support your management when it comes to outsource-insource decisions. So by now, you have received a lot of information on FUDO PAM. So let's just sum up the key facts. FUDO Secret Manager helps to eliminate direct access to all your servers. You receive full control over your password policies using flexible and easy to use password changes. It allows you to manage your credentials, including communication among applications. And you use strong authentication with the OAuth standard. The Privileged Session Manager gives you any information available. It reduces the time it takes for a forensic analysis, thanks to recording all privileged users' activity, including HTTPS sessions. It creates awareness for suspicious behavior, gives you recorded sessions in case you need evidence, and you can watch live sessions in a browser window, join live sessions via browser, share any session with others by sending them a link, and even train your staff using recorded sessions. The Efficiency Analyzer increases the productivity of your partners simply by making them aware of FUDO. You can compare the efficiency of your remote consultants easily. You become aware of every idle session and eliminate any alpha subcontractors immediately. So in the end, you can be sure that your suppliers operate in accordance with their contract. FUDO is the market leader when we talk about session recording ability. As you can see below, it supports a wide span of protocols from database and critical infrastructure protocols like Modbus and SCADA over command line interface and graphic-based protocols to even web-based protocol HTTP and HTTPS. Its unique AI-driven prevention supplements the whole privileged access management topic and saves your infrastructure in any scenario. Thanks to the agent and plugin-less installation, you can deploy the FUDO appliance in one day and create advantages from day one. FUDO is available as a hardware as well as a virtual appliance and can be clustered in a flexible multi-cluster mode, creating maximum reliability and highest performance. So please, do not wait. Contact your local partner BOLL Engineering for an individual live demonstration or a 30-day tryout, which is deployable in less than 1 day. We are looking forward to meet you in person. And now, as promised, finally, let us take a look at the FUDO surface with my colleague Sascha Faber.
So let's jump right into one of our key features, AI prevention. Now I'm going to show you how that works and how we're looking now at an active session at the moment. So this is an active session which has been established by a colleague of mine within my company. Now we know that his login credentials are correct and they have been verified. But furthermore, his profile and activity has been processed by FUDO, meaning enough sessions have been running so FUDO knows all about this user's typical behavior. Now, we're waiting for the first few events and actions which have been grabbed from his session to detect if this user is really the person who is authenticated against FUDO and if that was done correctly. Now, here I want to draw your attention to the right corner of the screen, and we can see a green circle. Now, what that means is it means with a 95% certainty, we can state that this session has been committed by the user who has authenticated because it matches his known profile. Right. So I'm going to close my colleague's session here, and I will try to use the same credentials. So imagine someone stealing credentials of someone from within a company. So what we would like to achieve here is to detect that crucial and dangerous situation, okay? that someone unauthorized or unknown has taken over this account. So now I'm going to open a session of another user, but logging in as ML test. So let me show you this. Here's the welcome screen. First, I'm going to move this window here, and I'll move this over here. So what we have is the login screen for the same account, but it will be running that parallel session. So let me just enter my credentials, and I'll type the password again. And now I have opened this session for the server. As we can see, this is a native user RDP application we're running here. In the meantime, on the right-hand side of the screen, we can see that there's some anomaly warning. So FUDO's AI has detected something suspicious, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So this was likely due to my mouse movements and the mouse resolution. So FUDO analyzes not only the mouse movement of the user, but it's also about the details of that movement, the speed, the cursor, and of course, it's dependent on the mouse resolution as well. So what that means is that FUDO is able to detect when someone is connecting from a different computer at a different location. So this essentially gives us some really critical information. So that's what we need. So we wanted to know about the session and whether or not it fits the profile of the committed user. Now, according to what we can see here, it doesn't fit the recognized or verified profile the user had been assigned to. Right, so moving on, I'm going to close this user session now, and I'm going to show you the various filtering options of potentially risky or suspicious sessions. So it's very easy to list the sessions which have a high threat level. And right here, you can see that these sessions here are somehow marked as suspicious. So there you are. It's very easy to detect and to choose the sessions which should be looked at and scrutinized manually to check for anything anomalous. So something we want to ask ourselves really is, have these sessions really been run by the right person? Was this necessary? Was this something that needed to be done? What was actually going on in this session? Things that any security officer and team will really want to know. All right. So the next thing I will show you today is something which is very unique and, for a lack of a better word, incredible. So I'm talking about FUDO's HTTP HTTPS recording. So what makes it exceptional and incredible here is because you don't have to install any third-party applications or any third-party solutions to record these sessions. And it's able to run every web browser that you would want to use. So now let me go ahead and open the user portal, which is the place where the end user connects to, and the user gets the information about the accounts that he or she is permitted to connect to. So now I'm going to open this type of session, and we'll now see something which we call Web FUDO. So what's going to happen here is that I will open a connection to a special listener, which is proxying the traffic for certain web pages. In this case, it's going to be the FUDO security web page. So we're going to be authenticating against FUDO here again, and we'll open a session now for an HTTP connection to a remote web page. Essentially just any random page online. Of course, this is just an example. So in reality, of course, this could be an administrative console of a solution or company. So this is only an example where we're using our web page, which is open through FUDO, and we're recording this session. Now, in the meantime, I'll open this real-time preview of the session that I've just opened and move it here, just showing you what exactly FUDO is able to record. So this is the FUDO user, and here we have the user web browser screen. Okay, so this is what we have in the FUDO web browser, which is currently showing you the FUDO security homepage. So on the right side here is the FUDO administrator's preview of the screen. So this is all being recorded. So this is the interior of the web browser of the user. So that means that we are able to record all and every action by the user, all the clicks and mouse strokes, like I mentioned before, everything which is currently happening in a web browser session. So it covers all the problems that you might think of. So once again, this is our solution for recording web-based administrative portals, and FUDO solves the problems that might arise due to users in this kind of environment. Right, so the next part I'm going to show you is FUDO's efficiency analyzer. As you can see here, all of these sessions recorded by FUDO have quite a bit of information, which is all about activity that FUDO gathers. It's all here and in the aptly named activity column. And based on that information, we're able to create quite a lot of really powerful statistics, which are going to help any security team and organization. So we're talking about the usage, really crucial details about the user, also about the efficiency of that worker or remote user. So all this will generate some very useful charts and reports, which can be used by companies. So in order to do all this and to compare the user activity and efficiency of all the sessions, we're going to be using FUDO's efficiency analyzer. Here you'll see the productivity tab, and what we're going to be comparing is, of course, the user activity in the sessions. So what we need to do here is to choose and specify the exact time interval of our report. So here I've set up a certain period. You can see it here now. We can observe here the total session time. We could go even further with the session analysis. So here in the session analysis tab, we'll be able to take a look at a lot of stored information about the user's efficiency and of particular sessions. Right here, to get a clearer picture of this user's work efficiency, I can really get a bigger and much more detailed picture. I can see here on the screen that the efficiency of this user's activity and work here is actually lower than what I expected to see. So that's quite important to note. So let's try something new. I'll set it to 20% and see what happens. Right, so through this I can tell that this user's sessions are averaged at 35%. That's taking account of all sessions. And here you can see that the number marked in red, that these sessions, that this falls below this level. So it means that those sessions are important for us as we're curious and we want to just know more about them. That's why you want to use that data and generate a report about all of this. And that's really easy. We just do that by clicking here to generate a report. Of course, if I wanted to, I could add some additional parameters and filters, for example, specifying the servers or displaying sessions which were running at a particular protocol. It's all really customizable. So this feature is, as you can imagine, really valuable. You can really collect a lot of data and statistics of user efficiency and utilization of the FUDO environment. So this is really key when you want to get more info on the server environment in general. I mean, this would help someone to observe and count how many concurrent sessions are established at any one time and which servers have the most traffic. So you can see there's quite a treasure trove of information that you could extract from such a report. Right, so that was the main tour of FUDO PAM. I hope you enjoyed that and you were able to get a sense of the solution and its great features. If you have any questions or would like to get some more information on any of the features I've showed you here today, just reach out to us. We're happy to hear from you. So take care, and as we say at FUDO Security, stay safe. Bye-bye.